Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's about 4:30 on Wednesday afternoon, February 26, 2014. We're going to take a look at the chart after I remind you that the website and this video are for educational purposes only, and nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. And I am not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Well, yesterday I put a little line on the chart here that you might remember, drawn across 1, 2, 3 very short-term tops. I mean, here, let's look at it on a 10-minute chart, because that way at least you'll see a little bit better what's going on. And the idea was that if we get over this line, then that may be the first sign that the S&P is willing to rally up and get up over 1860. Now, we got up over that today, but failed again to get over our all-time tops line from the top that was set back twice, really, for all practical purposes, twice. Once in late December. Actually, was that late December or was that January? I believe that was very early January, and then again in the middle part of January. So this line extended out is presenting problems, and until we get over this line and really get over it, then obviously we're not going to go any higher than that. I guess that's kind of stupid, really. I mean, that's like saying, I think if the market has any chance of getting over 1850, it's got to get over 1850. Forget I said that. What I meant to say is this, is that this line has to be taken out, and has to be taken out with some conviction. If we get that, then, especially having seen how it put up a fight again today, if we get that conviction, and I'm still saying a close over 1860 is what it would take for me to say, yes, now we have a good chance of this well, I'm going to call it an inverted, truncated head and shoulders pattern that we've been looking at. Here's the left shoulder, here's the head, here is the truncated right shoulder. We broke out over this neckline, but we just been playing around it for the past 3 days. We did bounce on this trend line that I drew. Really, no biggie here. I mean, this isn't, I don't think, a real super important line, but it's there, and we happen to bounce there today for what that's worth. Looking at it on a 15-minute chart, there you have it again. This little line, I'm keeping it gray just because it's not, I don't think it's any super big deal. I did mention the possibility of a little head and shoulders action here, and we did get underneath that potential very small head and shoulders neckline. But really, the way we did that was to first get over this line. So it looks to me like right now, for like the last part of the day, last hour and a half or so, the S&P was just kind of range bound between support here and resistance there, and it kind of makes sense. But eventually, either we're going to come down and we're going to test some levels in the lower 1800s, and if we do that, hopefully get a good solid bounce and come back to attack this line, or we are going to see our little truncated pattern play out as they usually have, and that is they work like an inverted head and shoulders. We're not so far underneath this neckline that I'm willing to say that there's really any serious damage done with us being a little bit under it. You see, we were under it by a little bit back on the 25th. later on the 25th, and then today, twice today. And each time we were able to get back over that line. So right now it's kind of looking to me like this line at about 1852.5. I'm going to move that up just a little bit. Looks to me like that's the one that we need to, that may be even more important than this neckline. So going into tomorrow, what I'm looking for, I want to see if what we saw in the way of weakness today was just a back test of this little line and possibly a back test again of this one, or is this going to play out like a small head and shoulders top? Right now, because we're in between this line and this line, it could go either way. If we do get the top, then I don't think the wheels are going to fall off here. I think what would happen is we would probably come down and retest these lows here at about 1825. Hopefully that would hold. If not, then we've got support down in the lower 1800s. But if the market rallies and gets up over this gray line with some conviction, and if we are able to close over 1860, then I'm willing to stick my neck out and say that I believe that would be the precursor to the S&P rallying on up and getting over and into likely the mid 1900s. So guys, that's the video for today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I hope you did well today. Hey, take care, and let's see what happens tomorrow.